everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a monthly favorites for my beauty products. So I actually have quite a few products this month. I didn't think I would have this many, but I have a ton of makeup and some fragrances, some candles, and also I wanted to include some makeup brushes. So in case you guys are wondering, I did film a tutorial on this look that I'm wearing now. This should be up sometime soon after this video is up. So we are just going to jump right into this. So starting with makeup, this is something that I got kind of recently, about 2 weeks ago or something, when Sephora was having their 20% off. And this is the Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo Foundation. I decided to get this because I was wanting a high-end foundation, but I wanted to finish my drugstore ones first. But then I just decided, well, I'm going to get this anyways when I'm finished with my other ones, so why not get it now so I can get it a little bit cheaper. And I love it. I heard so many things about it, so I was like, well, I want to try this myself. So I picked it up. This was actually more on the cheaper side for a high-end foundation, and I'm not saying it's cheap, just cheaper for the high-end range. One thing about this foundation is you have to be really careful because it can cake up super fast, and you kind of have to experiment and play around with what brushes you like. And I just like using a flat top kabuki brush to apply it. I think I'm going to be doing a full-on review, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about this foundation. This does make me super oily after a couple of hours, so as long as I'm blotting and repowdering through the day, it should be fine. And it's really full coverage, so I love it, and I'm just really liking this foundation recently. Also, I have rediscovered something in my makeup collection, and this is the Mary Kay Loose Powder. Now, I've had this for a super long time, and I used to use it all the time when my skin was really nice, and I just used it on its own. And then it just kind of got a lot of other powders and just stopped using it, but now I'm reusing it, and I love it. I love the finish that this gives me. I do hate that this is a loose powder because it gets so messy. So if you're going to use this, make sure you're doing your makeup on a t-shirt you really don't care about, because it's probably going to get all over you. I really am liking this. It gives my foundation extra little coverage, fills in my pores, it looks super nice. Just love the flawless finish that this gives me. And another great thing about this is they have so many different shades. The shade that I have is in Ivory 1. If you're super fair, you could use Ivory 0.5, and they just have a ton of different colors. So that's really nice if you want to find a color that is great for you. Now, I know I have mentioned this makeup product before, but I am again just reusing it because I used to use it all the time when I first got it, which actually wasn't too long ago. I think I got this in the summer. Then I started using a different product, which is the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzer in Sunny. Everyone talks about it. I just started using that. And then this one here is a little bit darker. It's called the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. So since this is darker, I wanted to pull it out so I could create more of a strong contour, and then I just couldn't put it back. Like, I could not stop using it. I didn't want to use the NYC, and I've been using this so much. I think I'm going to hit pan soon, and I love that it smells like chocolate. It smells so good when you're applying. It's very easy to blend, and it's not too dark, but if you are a little bit tanner, I'd recommend you go for the Chocolate Soleil. I have a ton of mascaras, but this one I just always keep going back to and keep wanting to buy more. This is the Benefits They're Real Mascara. This is just a little sample size of it, but these things last forever. And I did have a full size, but it got way too dried up for me to even use. So I started using this mini size that I had, and I love this mascara. I'm hooked on it. Like, these products that I stopped using and then started reusing, now I'm hooked on them and I can't get off of them. I love this mascara because it's volumizing and it's also separating, and you can also build it up a ton if you want like those big giant lashes. Alright guys, so my camera died and I left off talking about the Benefits They're Real Mascara, and I did change, by the way, and don't judge me, it's a turtleneck, but I'm freezing. So anyways, I was just saying that the They're Real Benefits mascara is just become one of my favorites now. I use it all the time. It helps to separate my lashes. It makes them look like I have a million of them. It also holds the curl very well, so I'm really impressed with this, and I've liked this for a while now. So now we're going to talk about some lip products, and I recently discovered these Wet n Wild lipsticks. These are the Fergie collection, And it's not that I just like discovered them, but I had heard about them for a while, and I just found them at a CVS near me, and this is like the only place that had them. So I went ahead and just picked up a color. They didn't have the color that I wanted, so I just picked up this one in VI Pink, which is just a nice bright pink color, and I really, really like this. And then I went again to a different one, and I found the one I was looking for, which I heard a bunch of people raving about. It's called Fergie Daily, and this is just a nude color. These lipsticks remind me so much of the matte cream sheen lipsticks, which I actually have one of. So these are definitely a good dupe. They give you a lot of product, and I'm just really overall impressed with them. Their pigmentation is seriously incredible. They're super, super cheap, and normally like Walgreens or CVS is having a deal like buy one, get one 50% off. I've really been wearing this one in Fergie Daily so much because I love a nude lip. I wear a nude lip pretty much every single day. And just because it's a little bit too nude, I take my NYX Butter Gloss in Creme Brulee, and I just top it off and just give it a glossier finish and add some color to it. I really like these NYX Butter Glosses. I know I've talked about these before, but it's just what I've been pairing is this Fergie lipstick and then this NYX Butter Gloss. So another thing that's from Wet n Wild is this little single eyeshadow, and this is in the color Brulee. I hear It's Casey talking about this all the time. She always uses this shade for a highlight shade, and she always recommended it. So I went ahead and picked it up a while ago, and I've been using it for like 2 months. I use it all the time in my eyeshadow looks. I can use it to set like the MAC Soft Ochre paint pot on my lids just to give me a clean canvas. But recently I've been using it just to kind of blend out the edges. It's a nice transition shade. It's a matte color, so you can really use it for anything at all. And like I said, I've been using it to clean up the edges of my shadow lately. The pigmentation is seriously incredible. Like, I hardly put my finger in there, and it already gives you so much product. So, really like these. Not chalky, just seriously perfect. The last drugstore makeup item I have is this Maybelline New York Quad. This is in Give Me Gold, and I've really been using it lately for the fall and winter time because it has this dark chocolate brown color, which I'm seriously in love with. I'm also really liking this first color in here. It's like a frosty, shimmery white color. Really like it for all over the lid or just popping it in the inner corner for a little bit of a highlight. And then, like I said, I love this chocolate brown shade for the outer corner, and you can just build it up to intensify it, and I really, really like this. So if you're looking for a nice drugstore little eyeshadow quad, you can definitely check out all the Maybelline ones. They have a ton of different colors, and they're just super, super highly pigmented. So I'm really loving this. And then I have another eyeshadow, but this is a little bit on the more expensive side, and this is the Urban Decay Naked palette. Now I have the first, second, and the basics, but I've really been enjoying this first one recently. I'm doing a tutorial using this, so if you're looking for that, that will be up soon. And I've been really enjoying these colors. I used to like the Naked 2 so much better, but now I'm really trying to alternate my palettes, and I really found out I do like this palette a lot. And my favorite colors for highlighting is Virgin and Sin. It's the first two colors. Virgin is like a champagne-y white color, and then Sin is like a light, almost pinkish color. So I like to mix those two together and just really highlight the inner tear ducts and under my brow bone. And I actually get a lot of compliments on my makeup saying it looks very bright and I just look like I have super big eyes, and they like it. And Naked, which is right after Sin, is also a really, really handy shade because it's just a nice light brown. You can use this to fill in your eyebrows, which I sometimes do. Pop it in the crease to use a transition shade. I'm really enjoying this palette. It's definitely something for like luxury, but if you do have the money, I totally recommend getting this, and you can get so much use out of this. Then I have two more makeup products, and I'm just going to go on another Urban Decay because I do have another one, and this is one of their eyeliners. It's the 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. It's just one of their crayons that you sharpen, and this is in Zero. This is a really well-known shade because it's just a black, and everyone needs just a black liner in their makeup collection. I'm obsessed with this one. I've actually used quite a bit of it. If you were to compare this to a brand new one, I've sharpened it a ton, and I use it to tight line every single day. It doesn't transfer to my waterline, so I can also add like a nude under there without smearing a black round. So I love this. Tight lining with a black eyeliner before applying mascara is really nice because it gives your eyelashes that extra volume that they need and just makes them look a little bit fuller, and I love it. These are super, super creamy. You can also use these on your upper lash line and smoke it out a little bit. Smudge it out, whatever you want. I'm really impressed. I do want to get some more colors. The last thing I'm going to show you for makeup is a MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and this one is in Centre of Attention. I did have a regular MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, but I lost it. So I wanted to get something from their new holiday collection this year, and this is like one of the things that caught my eye. I'm really impressed with their holiday collection this year, but this is the only thing that I've gotten so far. It's just a highlighter, and it's like a rose gold highlighter, but I like how you can use this for many different things. Like I have used just the pink part as a blush, or I've used both of them mixed together as a nice rose gold highlight on like my cheekbones, or you could just even like wet your brush and use this gold shade as a nice like eyeshadow for the holiday times. I think it'd be great. So I like this. It is pretty expensive, but I think it's worth it because this is going to last you for so long, and I wanted to get it because it was a limited edition one. So for brushes, I never really show them in a favorites video, but these three definitely deserved to be put in here because I've been using them like crazy. Non-stop, I use these brushes every single day, and actually all of these are drugstore. So I'm first going to start with these two e.l.f. brushes. I've really been obsessed with e.l.f. brushes ever since I got the powder brush. I wanted to pick up tons more. So I picked up these two face brushes. This first one is the blush brush, and I always have like been looking for a nice blush brush that was like in the shape of this to just kind of put high up on my cheek a little bit, not exactly on the apples, but a little bit higher because I like the way it looks, and this is a perfect brush for that. It does not shed. It's just a really nice brush, and it's really affordable. And then I like this small stippling brush, also by e.l.f. It is pretty small. I use it for my Neutrogena foundation just because I think it buffs into the skin nicely, gives you that nice like airbrushed finish. But you can also use this for like a blush, cream blush, really whatever you want. You could even use it for bronzer. And I also like using this to blend down my concealer that I put underneath my eyes. Just really blends it into the skin nicely without absorbing too much product. So I really love that one. And then I have this Real Techniques brush, which I got a little while ago, and this is their contour brush. I used to use this just to set underneath my eyes with a translucent powder, but then I wanted to just really have a good contour brush, so I switched it over and used a different brush for underneath my eyes, and I just use this to create a nice contour with the bronzer that I showed. It makes your cheekbones look super nice. If you can see that, it makes them look really nice. It blends out flawlessly, and it's just a really nice brush. You could use this for bronzing up the skin, creating a nice contour right here, or like I used to, you could use it to set underneath your eyes. So for candles, I only have one, and this is, of course, by Bath & Body Works. The scent of this one is called Leaves, and I'm not sure if they have this out anymore. I know it was one of their fall scents, so that's why I don't know if they have them out. But a bunch of YouTubers always talked about this candle, and I never really paid attention. Like when I go to Bath & Body Works, I don't pay attention to the names like, oh, I might like this one. I just kind of smell every single one of them, and then I'm like, oh yeah. And then the ones I usually smell, I'm like, oh yeah, like that's one that gets talked about a lot. And I did go in and smell this one specifically because everyone was talking about it, and I didn't like it at first. But then my dad had picked this up and was burning it in his room, and then I seriously had to have it. I took it out of his room and started burning it in mine, and I've already burned quite a little bit of this. It smells so good. I just love this scent, and it's really strong too. So when you burn, I like that you can actually smell it, because if you get some of the cheap candles from like the dollar store or something, you just really can't smell them when they're burning. So these are definitely really good candles, and I do love this scent. And I have this perfume, which I've had for a long time, and I started using it for like a couple months straight, and I'm obsessed with this scent. Like I get so many compliments. when I wear it. It's the Vera Wang Princess perfume. I mean, just look at how cute this little bottle is. I mean, isn't that adorable? It has a little crown and it's a little heart. I love this. It smells super girly and super fresh. Like, I don't really know how to explain it. It just smells seriously so amazing. And they have a rollerball perfume of this as well, which I want to pick up. I'm almost out of this, so when I do run out, I will definitely be repurchasing this because I just feel like I cannot live without this scent. The last product for my favorites video is something that had caught my attention because it was in a video, and the video was titled something like the best product ever or something. I can link that video down below. It's by Jordan. I believe that's her name. And so I watched it, and she was talking about this little cleanser, and this is called the Beauty Blender Cleanser Solid. This is like the little block of soap. It smells super good too. And basically she was saying that she has a friend that works at Sephora, and they use this to clean the beauty blenders, and they also use it to clean the brushes in the back. So I was like, oh cool, because I do have the beauty blender right here. She talked about how this was so amazing, and she also showed a video of her using it. I was seriously like so impressed and like shocked how good this thing could work. So right away, like a couple days after, I went and I picked this up when Sephora was having their VIB sale, and I am so glad I did. I rushed home. I took my beauty blender that had never been cleansed for like 2 months, and I cleaned it in this. It didn't even take me that long. You could see the foundation was running out of it, and the stains, like, seriously, I just washed it again last night. Like, look how clean this is. Seriously, I mean, right up here, I used it this morning, but the bottom is so clean. It looks good as new, and it leaves it smelling super good too. That is all for my November favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will have tutorials up for you soon. Don't forget to follow my Instagram and Twitter. I always leave it down below, so make sure you check out the description box as well. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!